Hey friends, Lissa here for another video. Today let's talk about finding your fallback 5 recipes, which are incredibly important in moving over to a healthier lifestyle. So before we start, I want you to think about the top 5 recipes that you typically eat all the time. So this could be anywhere from pizza, soup, stew, roasted vegetables and rice, beans, maybe burgers, fries, you name it. These are foods that you typically just throw in the oven to get ready, if you've had a long day at work, or reward nights like a Friday night pizza or something like that. I want you to think of the 5 recipes that you eat the most of. Now for me in the past, I used to eat a lot of pasta dishes. I would make sometimes like lots of sandwiches. I ate a lot of stews, but they always were like really high fat animal product stews and soups and things like that. So I want you to think about those. Those were some of mine, and they ranged. I mean, we go through phases where, sometimes we'll just eat nothing but pizza for a while, and then sometimes we eat nothing but canned soup for a little while, or fries or rice and beans or something. But we have these typically 5 to 8, maybe 10 recipes that we kind of just always have. Taco Tuesdays is a good example of people having a similar thing every single Tuesday. So when you move over to a healthier lifestyle, you need to replace those top 5 meals, or top 8 or top 10. I like to say fallback 5 because it gives you a decent variety. But you want to find 5 recipes that will replace those ones that you always eat. So for example, the Taco Tuesdays. If you do Taco Tuesdays and you're regularly having like animal products in the beef, and you're having really high fat version, why don't you find a raw vegan version or just a vegan version of tacos that are healthy, oil-free, that you can replace that with? Other things you can do, you can go online, and it doesn't matter if it's my recipes or other YouTubers or other vegans or whatever. Find yourself some good recipe books. This is mine, and I wrote it specifically for people who have issues finding salad dressings, because now my fallback 5 are chili. I like my raw chili. My tomato marinara with mushrooms, which is in here. My French dressing, which is also in here. What else do I fall back on? Oh, my pad thai, that's another one. And my famous Asian dressing in here too. So you can find, I'm sure there's 117 recipes in here. I'm sure you can find some recipe. Oh yeah, Greek is another one that I fall back on. I have my Greek recipe in here. Like mango, chili, anything with mustard in it. Dips are another one that I fall back on. But you want to find 5 recipes. So go searching and find 5 recipes that are very easy to make. And my recipes are very easy to make. You just throw the ingredients in the blender, blend it, pretty much. Some of them are more complicated, which you can save for more complicated days or the weekend or whatever. But for the most part, the no-fat dressings in this book, which there are 48 of, super, super easy to make. And you want to find these recipes so when you do come home from work and you've had a really long day and all you want to do is put fries in the oven or throw some pasta on the stove, you can make these, because you want recipes that have simple ingredients. Mine are almost all date-based, so I always have dates on hand. I always have garlic. I always have spices. I always have the core ingredients on hand, so I can make pretty much anything I want. You want to have maybe a couple nuts and seeds on hand if you want to do higher fat dressings, and always have these ready and available so that you don't have to say, oh, well, I need to go to the grocery store and buy almonds. But if you don't need, if you have your fallback 5, you can fall back on another one of those recipes and you can make the almond one another day. So it's very, very important that you find these recipes and start to replace the ones that you eat on a regular basis. Because with time, when you move over to these new recipes, it'll become your new normal. And you'll find other recipes too. I go through phases. Actually, the last week or so, I have been eating nothing but zucchini noodles with tomato marinara and marinated mushrooms, or my tomato onion stew. It's a raw vegan stew, just warmed in the dehydrator. But I have been eating so many tomatoes because I just want to eat that. That's what I want to eat. And it's easy for me to make. and I love it, so I have been eating a lot of those. But I'll go through another phase where all I'll want to do is eat pad thai every night for dinner. And that's okay, because they're raw dishes, they're low fat, they're really delicious and full of nutrition and hydration. So you want to find those recipes. So I say today, on the next little bit of time, to go and either grab my recipe book. You can get it on Amazon. Just search for Melissa Raimondi in the bar and see, you can find all my books on Amazon. Or you can grab the ebook version. This link here, it's also in the description below. Or just go on YouTube, search recipes. I have a bunch on my channel, and you can find other raw vegans that share great recipes, other vegans that share great recipes, and find some that you really love, that you always have ingredients on hand, and write them out and learn how to make them. The more you make them, the easier they get. I can make my French salad in 8 minutes because I've made it 100 times. So the more you make them, the easier they get. They might be a little bit time consuming in the first little bit while you're learning the ingredients and learning how to make them, but with time they'll be super easy and you can make them super fast. But be patient with yourself and work through the rough times, because you will be so grateful when you feel hydrated and you feel proud of yourself for making those decisions. So if you like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat I am Lissa Raw Vegan. So I hope to see you guys over there, and until the next video, I hope you guys find your Fallback 5 or even Fallback 3 and fruit on.